Welcome back to my channel. I'm Yogi Bear. It is good to be seen. I hope you're having a good day so far. I am. I got to sleep in a little bit today, and that really helped me. So, I hope if you need to sleep a little bit, take a nap. If you need something to eat, don't forget to snack. My stream snack today is carrots and hummus. I got my hummus back. I'm so excited. I hate when I run out because, for me, hummus is a perfect pair to carrots. So I love having it in the house. I hate when I run out. It's annoying. I do like ranch, but it's not my go-to condiment. I know some people that put ranch on just about everything. And I know some people who put ketchup on just about everything. But me, those aren't my condiments of choice. I have an interesting palate, I guess. I don't know. I do have Omar with me today, and I have my blanket. It is just cold enough for me to want the blanket but not necessarily need it, and then it's warm enough that I can just throw on a jacket and go outside. So it's really funny seeing the progression of first, today is Hidden City Mystery Day. So let's get into it while I talk about things. Boo Boo Bear is not with me today. He is having an off day, so he is resting and chilling. I did have all the pop-ups X'd out, and then I plugged something into the computer, and I couldn't open my window anymore for Hidden City. So, so I had to shut it down and reopen it. So pop-ups might happen. Sorry. What I was saying was, it's really interesting seeing the progression from fall to winter, and then from winter to spring. So fall to winter, 30 degrees is freezing to me, and I have to have a big old jacket on. And then 40 to 50 degrees is so cold, because we just came off of summer, and then winter. Or not fall, sorry. Summer, and then fall, and then winter. And so going from that progression, like we got used to 90, 80, 70 degrees, so 50 degrees is like freezing. And I'm wearing my big old jacket, especially at the very beginning of winter. Then, oh, we're so close on that one. Then winter hits and it's below zero and it's freezing cold and it's not fun. You have to put on a million layers just to think about going outside. And then from winter to spring, that progression, like 30 degrees, 40, 50s, it's like, oh my goodness, it's almost summer. It is so hot. So it's the same amount of degrees on the opposite sides of winter, but it feels very different depending on what season you're coming off of. Ooh, I got stickers this past weekend. I played the game a little bit. I actually had some time. We got new stickers. We got the little bear, and we got this. I didn't get to read this one yet. A Date with a Beautiful Stranger is one of the most popular items in the Fond Memories catalog. Okay. We got the ice cream and the cactus and the little unicorn with the colored pencils. I think I got the chess piece and the envelope the last time I streamed, so you've already seen those, but yeah. Originally, so before we knew how tired he'd be today, originally I was going to talk with him about my husband usually, recently, I should say, has been joining me on Mondays. If you want to see those past broadcasts where we talk about, I think one time we talked about video games, another time we talked about Marvel and Doctor Who. Anyway, if you want to see those, go to my YouTube, they're on there. I try to keep all past broadcasts on there because, unfortunately, my Wi-Fi isn't always the best, so Twitch doesn't always get the whole, stream. But I do record and I do put it on YouTube. Anyway, so originally I was going to talk about, like, heroes in general and how, okay, I never noticed that this is an eye and it closes and opens. That is creepy. I did not realize that. And not much creeps me out. But that is, ugh. I hate eye things. I hate when people poke, like in a fight scene, when they poke someone in an eye. I hate that. Ugh. I could never be an eye surgeon. I could never, no. It's just, your eyes go in your head and that's the end of it. No, nothing more needs to be said or done. I don't like it. Telephone. What am I doing? Oh, there it is. It was a wall phone. Yay! Alright, anyway, I was going to talk about, like, heroes and how so many times when someone comes into power or when someone accomplishes something, we immediately think we have to, and maybe this is just me or people I've heard of in my sphere, and that's fine if it's not something that everybody does, but it feels like everybody puts that person on a pinnacle or a pedestal. That's what I meant, a pedestal. What's a pinnacle? The top of a tower, right? I don't know. Anyway, it feels like everybody puts that person on top of a pedestal, and then when that person does something wrong, everyone's like, "Oh my word, how dare they?" They're still human. I understand they're in a point of power, or they've made a contribution to society. I get that. Whoever you're thinking of, whoever your hero is, they are still a human. And that's why it always baffles me when someone says, "Oh, don't meet your heroes." And it's like, I understand the sentiment, but maybe don't put your heroes on a huge pedestal. You can admire them for the area that you admire them for, but they're still human. They're still going to make mistakes. And I'm not saying those mistakes are okay. I'm not saying we should condone, people doing wrong. But at the same time, it shouldn't be. It is. I've been there. I have admired people, and I have been let down. I'm including me in this. That maybe we shouldn't put people on a pedestal so much in our minds. Like recently, I've heard a lot of drama about singers and actors, actresses, and you can admire what they do. You can admire their art if it's an artist. You can admire their music if they're a musician. You can admire the acting skills, but that doesn't mean that everything in their life is good just because you admire them for their skills. And whenever I talk to someone and say, "Oh, I love this actor," or "I love this actress," I try to say, "Hey, I like them for what they've done in theater, for what they've done in movies or shows." Like the star, his name escapes. I'm sorry. I am bad at remembering actors' actual names because if I've watched them enough, they are whoever they are in the series. It's really cool when their name lines up with who they play. Like Andy Griffith is Andy Griffith. That is his name. So that helps. But most people, that doesn't happen. They don't get to keep their names in their production. Anyway, so the guy who plays Hogan in Hogan's Heroes, I love Hogan's Heroes. I think he did a really good job with that part. I think he did a great job, and that show is spectacular. I love it. However, I've done some research in the actor's life, and he wasn't the best person in the world personally. And that's fine. As in, not fine in general. I don't think he should have done most of the things he did. However, I can still admire his work, and I can still like the Hogan's Heroes sitcom series, or whatever it is called, series, episodes, without endorsing this person as a human being. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, and I think of that for just about every hero, whether they're fictional or non-fictional, because everybody has a pitfall. Everybody has something that they trip up on regularly. And once again, does that mean we should condone bad behavior? No, absolutely not. However, that also doesn't mean that we should write them off as their craft, their art, whatever they do. And it's case by case. I mean, there are some people that are just genuinely bad people, and it's like, I don't even want to endorse them at all, period. And that's fine too. But it always saddens me when someone uses it as a gotcha moment. Like, "Oh, I admire this person. Oh, didn't you hear they did XYZ? Okay." I still liked their show. I still liked their music, what have you. But anyway, that's my little ramble. I thought of that because right now I'm talking about the princesses a little bit, or the background of the movies, Disney movies, on Wednesdays. And I said how I love Belle. I think she is a wonderful character in her book and in her movie, and it feels like all around whenever I see a Beauty and the Beast rendition Belle is just so well done, either by the actress or by the writers or whoever. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, in her movie, she did make a mistake. She made mistakes. She shouldn't have disobeyed the Beast. That was his castle, his rules. Whatever the reason was, she should have done what he wanted her to do. And I don't think he should have gotten as angry as he did. That was a mistake as well on his part. However, he did have a right to be angry because of her actions. So even though I admire her on a whole, I admire her wit, I admire her grit throughout the whole movie, and her loyalty to her dad and her loyalty to what was right and what was just. I also don't think she was perfect. And that's with any princess, prince, whoever. I don't think I'm gonna win this one. Oh, nope, that's behind. Nope. Alright. Bye. We'll leave. We'll come back. That's okay. We'll retry. Anyway, but that's just what I think. And oh, I already I keep dipping carrot sticks into the hummus, and then I say something else and I set the carrot stick down. I have 3 carrot sticks with a bit of hummus on each of them because I need to actually take a bite. So, excuse me, I'm going to move the microphone a bit and take a bite. Alright. I almost didn't make it that time. But that makes sense. I tend to ramble and get distracted, so if something doesn't make sense, I apologize. And I think regardless of who you are, you should make wise decisions and weigh out your decisions. But especially as the more people you lead, the more input you should listen to, the more counsel you should get before you make a decision. So I understand why a person in power would have more reason to be critiqued than just like a regular worker or a manager in everyday life. I'm not saying we shouldn't think critically, and I'm not saying we shouldn't critique especially if you're just trying to figure something out, especially if you're what have you. That's not a full thought. I'm sorry. Like, if the president makes a decision and it's going to affect a lot of people, if not everybody in the country, depending on what the decision is. All right. Then we should think critically. What is this that I'm supposed to be looking for right here? This. Was it the chocolate bar? It's a chocolate bar. Anyway, we should think more critically about who's in power or who is running for that power when we have the chance to vote. And even if the president, whoever, makes a good decision, okay, give honor to whom honor is due. He made a good decision and he did what he needed to do. But that doesn't mean that when he makes a good decision, that doesn't mean he is eternally the best person ever in all of his decisions all the time. And when he makes a bad decision, that doesn't mean that he's the worst person ever, forever, for all of time. People are very nuanced, and it's okay to admire people, but just understand that they also make mistakes in other areas that you may not see. I feel like that was a better way to say the thought that I was saying. And And it's okay to use someone as an aspiration of I want to do in this area like this person. Like, I have someone in my life who I really want to be a good hard worker like they are. I think they do a very good job at work, and I respect them in that area. But in the area of personal relationships or in the area of anger, I would not look to them for an example in those areas. I would look to someone else. So where I can praise them, I do, and then where they need to work on, I'm not gonna look to them for those areas. Okay. Usually the apple is one. Oh, brass knuckles. Why did I think apple? I think it was probably on the list earlier. And something I'm getting used to as an adult is I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And growing up, I always heard, oh, not everybody's going to like you, you're not going to be everybody's friend, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't really fully grasp that till I got older. Because people were friendly, and I enjoyed their company. But not everybody was my best friend. And I had to learn how to divide that as an adult. And there are certain people that are not my cup of tea, and that's fine. We shouldn't feel down about it when we don't impress everybody. And it can be discouraging when you meet or hear back from several people in a row who you enjoy their company, but they don't necessarily enjoy yours. And that can get people down, and I understand. It gets me down, for sure. But at the end of the day, I have to think to myself, okay, when I put my head on my pillow at night, am I okay with me? Because no matter who's around me, who likes me, who hates me, who blah blah blah, who criticizes me, I live with me every day. And I will always live with me every day. They will not always be in my life. Now, if it's something that needs to be fixed, okay, let's fix it. But if it's just a preference, if it's just it doesn't have to be fixed, then, alright, they can have their preferences and I can still be me. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's the hardest thing about social media, is everybody knows everything about everybody. It's like we all live in this this ginormous small town where everybody has access to everybody every day, and everybody knows everything, or thinks they know everything about everybody, because we put so much out there online. And they can say what they want, when they want, how they want. So just a couple of mean comments, or even just a couple of critical, or, not really mean, but someone who just wants to put something out there that comes across critical. And it's hard not to get discouraged with that. So, I guess, be careful who you listen to in general. But also be careful about what you're seeing online and who you listen to online. Because do they really know you? No. Do they know what's going on in every situation in your life? No. I don't know if it makes a difference if the thing is glowing when I fight something or go somewhere. But I feel better when it's glowing. We didn't get it. It doesn't matter, I don't think. But those are the reasons why I had to just get off of Instagram. Because I found myself comparing myself a lot to other people. And I don't know what's going on in their life. Meaning, turn that down just a little bit. Comparison doesn't always mean that you're looking down on someone. Sometimes it means you look up to them and wish they have something that they have. And there are a lot of times on Instagram and even on Facebook when I see someone doing a great job at whatever they're doing. And I think to myself, man, I wish I could do that like they do. I wish I could or have what they have. And I found a lot of times that the comparison would make me very discontent in my own life. And it's like, no, I have a good life. I have a good house. I have a good husband. I have everything I need and want, really. A lot of times I didn't want that thing until I saw someone else had it. And I think that's another huge danger of social media or the internet. We just need to be careful about it. For me, that meant cutting off Instagram and Facebook. I have Messenger still in case a friend that doesn't have my number needs to get a hold of me. But otherwise, I can't be on there because I can see that one of my flaws is comparison. And a lot of people, they are really good at content creating and they do a superb job on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And that's fine. A lot of life is just figuring out what works for you so that you can have a good, peaceful life. Not only peace around you, but also, once again, just being able to put your head on your pillow at night and be okay with yourself. That's unique. That ring box had 2 rings in it. A wedding and an engagement ring. Usually the ring boxes on here only have 1. That I can see anyway. Sometimes it's far away. Alright. They put the soda in a glass. And that always throws me off because I think I'm looking for soda pop in a can. Oh, there's the suspenders. See, I love the look of this dress, but I think I'd feel more confident in this style right here, this blue one. The green color is pretty, but I don't like jackets that are that stiff on me because I feel like I can't move my arms. Okay, the harp. Where is it? Oh, it's here. I don't know if you ever heard about the cinnamon bear, but I love the cinnamon bear. He is a little bear that's only 4 inches high, and he helps Judy and Jimmy go get the silver star for the top of their Christmas tree that they lost. And in that adventure, where is the spaghetti? What are we doing? Anyway, at one point in the adventure, they come across an ostrich, and one of the characters says, you know, make sure you don't show him whatever they didn't want him to show. And he said, because I heard ostriches like to just eat whatever. And the ostrich says, why no, I only eat alarm clocks. And he's like, you what? He's like, yes. And he sings this little song and he goes, I'm an ostrich who knows what he likes. And if you don't, you'd be quite mistaken. Because all I like is scrambled alarm clocks with bacon. And then he does this whole little bit about scrambled alarm clocks with bacon. And I always have thought that's the cutest thing. And every time I see an alarm clock, I think of him. Alright. Oh, okay. Nope. Here it is. Oh, there's that one. Oh dear. Alright. Okay. Makes sense. That seems like a good spot for a calendar. I'm a little upset. I went to the grocery store today, and that's a little loud. Hold on. Alright, I went to the grocery store today, and where I go grocery shopping, they always have the eggs in a, like a cardboard carton. And this week they've changed to styrofoam. And I don't like that. 2 of my eggs cracked on the way home. I've never had eggs crack before, and I don't like it. As soon as I saw the styrofoam egg cartons, I knew it. I don't like it. That's not a handbag. That's like a carry-on. That's a very big handbag. That's like a carpet bag. That's different. Okay, binoculars. Oh, right there. Ta-da! I keep fiddling with my microphone. Look at the cute little kitty. Oh, adorable. Ta-da! Yay! Level 2! Alright. Well, goodness, give me something. There we go. Oh my word. I was doing so good and then I wasn't. Alright. There we go. Sorry, I ran out of things to talk about. waiting for that. There we go. Huzzah. I had too much carrot for my hummus. So sad. Oh, goodness. Oh. What am I doing? Crystal lamp. Where'd it go? There it is. Voodoo doll. Parasol. All the way in the back there. Alright, Toad. Toad and Frog. Those are good books. I like Toad and Frog. They're so cute. There's one where... Let me finish this. Hold on. Where's the anchor? Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, there's one where one of them, I think it's Toad, loses a button, and Frog goes and finds all the buttons that he can find. And then Toad gets upset because he can't find his button. And he goes home and he looks down at his bed and realizes it was on his bed the whole time. And then, I don't remember which one I said. Whichever one collected all the buttons gave them to the other one. And then that one took all the buttons and sewed it onto his coat so that he showed his friend how much he appreciated all the work his friend did to find all those buttons. It's so cute. Alright, I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, the goldfish. Ooh, sneaky. Alright. Ooh, and we got what we came for. Yes. Miss Articus, who do you buy pleasant memories from? Maybe you just steal them, like you tried to steal ours? I'm not a thief. These are no one's memories. They used to belong to someone a long time ago, and I just fished them out of the fog. Yay! We have more gems! All right. We get 5. Oh, that was it. I miscounted. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had fun. I hope you did too. If you have a hero, let me know who your hero is down below. Why do you admire your hero as well? And my whole rant wasn't to say don't have a hero. My rant was more so to say remember that we are all human. We will all make mistakes. And whether we mean to or not, and it's going to happen. When you make a mistake, keep yourself accountable and make sure you fix what you can. But yeah, let me know. Do you have a hero? And if so, who is that? My hero is Roy Rogers. He went through a lot in his life, and he overcame a lot. And I think he was a good example throughout his life. He is was an old actor, a Western actor. I like him, and I like Dale Evans, his wife. I think they were a really good team, and I think they did a really good job as actor and actress, and I think they just, yeah, I like them a lot. But yeah, let me know who your hero is and why. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Don't forget to eat. Don't forget to hydrate. And I'm sure my husband would say something off the wall, like don't forget to stretch or something if he were in here right now. But have a good day. Bye, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, please like it. If you enjoy this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you would like to interact with me live, come on over to Twitch. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is when I game.